So, ladies and gentlemen, I always talk about how some episodes of Night Gallery kind of reflect the horror comics, Carlton and DC of the 1960s and 1970s, including the Gold Key style. And one of them, of course, is the very underrated Lindemman sketch. Now, Lindemman sketch is considered probably one of the few mermaid tales in modern Gothic horror that really works. Now, this was a part of the season 2, episode 16, which was aired January 12th, 1972. Now, the plot is very basic. Lindemman plays a longtime fisherman in a seaport in New England of about, into undetermined years ago, maybe the late 1800s. He's angry and bitter at his lot in life and the sea, and he starts on an excursion, and he catches something that quickly changes his heart, and he feels is going to fill up the emptiness in his soul, a mermaid. Now, in this episode, it's not played for laughs or not played for, overbearing attitudes about the legends of the sea. But Lindemman, who's played by the very underrated Stuart Whitman, meets up with several of his colleagues, not his pals, because Lindemman has a chip in his shoulder about how the sea has betrayed him, and he decides to go back to the boat and finds out after a confrontation in a local bar with a local soothsayer. He says his boat operators has caught something, and tangled within a net is a living, breathing, and near-death mermaid. The captain's response at first is to throw it back to sea, but when she turns her face to him and reaches her arms out, he changes his mind immediately as he's become convinced of her humanness. Now, the crew sees dollar signs in their eyes, while the captain sees something that maybe could fulfill his emptiness of his heart and of his anger towards the sea. After a few days, when he finds out, the non-eating mermaid is slowly dying, he calls in a local doctor to examine her and hopes to make her well. The doctor says the only way you're going to save this mermaid is to send her back to sea, and the captain refuses the obvious solution and then goes back to the bar and meets up with the soothsayer he previously had attacked and demeaned, and the soothsayer promises to transform the mermaid into a woman to fulfill his dreams. Of course, this being Night Gallery, that doesn't happen, and it ends more in Gothic tragedy than anything else. Now, Rod Serling wrote the plot of this, and the great Jeff Corey, who was as good as an actor as he was a director, makes numerous visuals in the episode, strong and believable. The only negativity about the episode, which a lot of critics of this episode, not say critics, but reviewers, the special effects in relation to the mermaid are kind of hit and miss. There was some concern if the female part of the mermaid in most of the episode, that there could be some frontal nudity being shown, mostly, bare breasts and possibly lower parts of the body. But, it goes well. But the last 5 minutes of the show, it's basically as you take it, it's not going to end well. There's nothing in Night Gallery involving something as Gothic as this is going to end well, and that's what occurs. Again, I don't give away the episode. You have to watch it for yourself. For me, it's 3.5 to 4 stars out of 5. Like I said, the only negativity, because Stuart Whitman is completely believable as Captain Lindemman, and also the Suggs character played by Harry Towns is quite believable as well, because the lessons of the sea sometimes are learned on land, sometimes they're learned on the water, and sometimes the sea takes back what it gives in ways that we really don't expect or predict. And a lot of people know the legend of the mermaids. The mermaids can either be good or bad, depending on what situation they're in or they're presented. So again, season 2 of Night Gallery again holds up as the best season of the three of the NBC production. But I don't know why by the second half of season 2, it was really rolling. There was 2 or 3 strong segments per episode. But Lindemman's Catch, if you've seen it the first time, it may not have resonated. But watch it a second or third and fourth time. It harkens back to the Atlantic tall tales that most people of the East Coast, of the Atlantic provinces, specifically, Massachusetts, Maine, and Nova Scotia and Newfoundland have told. And it's like most night galleries, best watched on a dark night after 11 o'clock, where the lights are down and you have a cup of tea and you're ready to be thought provoked, as we say. So on this COVID Saturday, wish everybody a great weekend. Stay cool out there, stay safe. Give a like, subscribe, or comment. Well appreciated. And keep your stick in the ice. Bye.